Hey guys, Alex here, bringing some more Halo 5 gameplay. This is from the Halo 5 beta, of course, and this is from the first week of the beta because we were playing the traditional 2 maps that we will start off with. I haven't played week 3 yet. I've been putting off playing Halo 5 actually, and I've been putting off making this commentary for a very long time, mainly because I've been busy, as well as I haven't been running with a full team to play Halo. And this commentary is going to be on the negative side of Halo. Please don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore this game, and I do think Halo 5 is the future of Halo, and I'm really happy to say that because I, for one, personally fucking love Halo. And I've done nothing but praise this game from top to bottom and kiss its ass and said it's just an amazing game, because it is. I find it absolutely amazing. And before we get started, this game is 16 kills and 1 death, just kind of general pub stomping, pretty kind of average game. And this is one of the games that I get into where I'm actually matched against people on the same level as me, or at least on the same tier. And this is something that comes into the negative side of the game. But before I begin, just please keep in mind, I'm not bashing on the game. The idea of this being Halo 5 beta is something a lot of people forget. They think of it as a demo or a way to play the game early. And although that is correct, you can play the game early by playing the beta. The idea of a beta is to give positive, constructive feedback, regardless if it's for or against the game. If you like the way the DMR works, if you hate the way the flinch is still in the beta and you'd like it to be removed before the end of it, even though they're not going to do that. This is all constructive criticism that you need to give back to the developers, and that's the reason why they made a beta, and that's the reason why they made it, I think, about 8 months before the game's going to be released, and that's so they can actually implement the changes that we say we don't like. If we want there to be more sprint time, or the shields to regen quicker, or for something to be buffed or nerfed, they're going to do it. They're not going to remove anything because, let's face it, everything that's in the Halo 5 beta right now, minus the flinch, is here to stay, and they will not remove a single thing. And that's fair enough. This is their game that they like to, they like to change things up and bring new things to Halo, and a lot like Armlock and Halo Reach, Bungie never got rid of it, so, you can't expect too much from a game dev to do that. But what you can expect them to do is give them constructive feedback and tell them what you do and don't like, and they'll act on that. They'll improve the things that you like, and they'll improve the things that you don't like. And this is making Halo 5 Guardians, the full release of the game, a much more better game because they have Halo players playing the beta and playing the multiplayer and saying what they do and don't like. So please keep that in mind, guys. This is a beta, not a demo. The whole point of this game is to find all the kinks and iron out all the creases and make the game better for the final launch and for everybody who's going to be playing it, and everybody who didn't pick up the Master Chief Collection who isn't playing the beta, because it's my understanding that they haven't made this public to anybody yet unless you have the Master Chief Collection, which is a bit of a downer. But like, if someone couldn't afford it or they just didn't want to pick up the Master Chief Collection, you're getting punished in a way, and the people who picked it up are getting rewarded. So either way, but I've actually wasted a lot of time, 3 minutes now, talking about the difference between a beta and a demo. So keep in mind this is a beta, and this is the negative side that I'm about to talk about is needed. You have to talk about the bad stuff as well as the good stuff. Everyone loves talking about the good stuff, but I'm going to stop now because I'm just rambling on. Some of the bad things I don't like about this game, for starters, is the flinch. I know it's a glitch and it's going to be removed. I just wish they would have removed it before the beta was ended, because the AR really does piss me off because it just gives you so much flinch. But yeah, so the flinch is going to be removed. I get that, and I understand it's a beta, and they're not going to change anything major about the beta because that would just be a waste of time, in my opinion, because they can just do that to the final game. Something else that I really don't like about this game, and it's something that stops me from playing it the majority of the time, and it's the fact there's no social playlist. And I love to grind on multiplayers. I love to try and push myself and get better. Like, anybody who's stuck around on my channel knows that I love to push myself and see how far I can go and get matched against people who are better than me as well as equal as me. I don't really like getting matched against people who are worse than me, because then it's just kind of pub stomping, and that shit gets boring very, very quickly. I want a challenge, and it's something I love about the Halo 5 beta, is the fact that every game is a challenge. But I also hate that every single game is a challenge, and if you're not on top form, you're going to get pushed down in ranks. Basically, if you're not matched against incredibly good people who work with you and actually do callouts, or at the very least understand the map layouts as well as the power positions on the map and they control them well, you're going to do very bad unless you're with those people from the beginning in a full party, or if you don't get matched with them, and especially when you get matched against them and you're on your own and you're just here like, what the fuck are my teammates doing? They're off licking their screen somewhere and they're not helping at all. Or if somebody's a death sponge, that shit just annoys me, like when they come out with like 3 kills and like 50 deaths or some shit like that. Like, I know that's exaggerating, but it's how I feel sometimes. And that's why I really do feel there should be a social playlist. If not in the beta, in the final game for sure. Because some things like Breakout, that is not competitive. I've talked about Breakout and what I do and don't like about it, so I'm not going to go into detail here. I just feel like Breakout should be in a social playlist, and there should be a social Slayer. It was like in Halo Reach when you would go into the arena. I'd always play a few games in social, or the not ranked playlist, just so I could warm up, so my KD wouldn't matter, so the score wouldn't matter, so I could try and get into like the, I can't remember the divisions, I remember there one being Onyx or something like that. But so I could try and, you know, get into the game and get into the ranked on my best level. And in this game, you have to play through ranked play in order to get better, and that's kind of pissing me off, especially, like I said, not playing with a full team. That really does irritate me. And the other thing, and I only have 2 things wrong with this beta in my opinion, which is very rare. Most of the time I'm very picky, and I'm very excited that there's only 2 things that I don't like, but these are big things though. These aren't like pet peeves, these are actual things that are game breakers in my opinion. But the fact that I don't like only 2 things gives me great hope for the future of Halo, and that makes me believe in 3 for 3 all over again. Especially after Halo 4, that stuff, I was just like, alright, Halo's dead, I'm done. But Halo 5, I really feel like it's going to come back. But the final thing isn't the ranking system. A lot of people get pissed off with the ranking system, says, oh, it's matching me against other people who are like Onyx Division and I'm Bronze, or I'm Gold, or, you know, I'm Onyx and I'm getting Bronze, and they're getting pissed off about that. And it's not the ranking system that's bad, it's the matchmaking system. And people, for some reason, get very confused about this and think they're the same thing, and they're really not. The ranking system is dependent on slightly on your kill, death and assist ratio, but the majority of it is how many games have you won against how many games have you lost. And that can get a little annoying because, again, if you're playing solo and all that stuff, I'm not going to go into that again. But the thing I get annoyed about is the matchmaking system, because I'm Gold, I started off in Gold Tier 3, and because I got ranked against people who are in Onyx, Pro and Semi-Pro, or the other way around, Semi-Pro and Pro, I was matched against people who are just so much above my league and playing in full teams, and that just drove my rank even further down, so that really pissed me off. So those are the 2 things that I really didn't like about the Halo 5 beta, and although it's not over yet and I shouldn't be counting my eggs before they hatch, as you might say, these are things that are sticking with the beta and they're not going to be removed anytime soon or changed or altered in any way, so I'm allowed to bitch about them right now and I don't need to wait till the end of the beta. I apologise for the video, it was a bit mix and match, and although I knew what I wanted to talk about, I didn't know how to describe the things I wanted to talk about too well, so I apologise if it was a bit of a shit commentary. Thank you for sticking with me this long, and if you did, please leave a like, it really helps me out. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.